matchup as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. They've been flawless all year long as they hit the home stretch at 13-0.
And now they just have to guard against complacency. You still got to go out and earn it every week.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And you know how scouts always talk about checking all the boxes? I think this young man does exactly that when you're looking for an NFL quarterback. Proven leader. Teams went 43-6 while he was in college. Has speed, dual threat ability, and the production off the charts while he was in school. And also did a nice job of limiting turnovers. When you put it all together, there's a lot to be excited about for this young quarterback.
That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
And he'll rumble for about 5, close to the 40.
This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 with a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, with something like 4 of their last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And he's got this down to the 35. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
Kyle Pitts, the intended receiver,
And it's 3rd down.
you look at this Cowboy defense.
This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
They'll try it now with Mostert.
And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through how to step and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down.
At the Cowboys' 13-yard line.
Bootlegging out here. Ritter.
They'll roll him out right. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Third and goal. Ritter with it.
Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Falcons put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Rushing numbers for Pollard last week.
16 carries, 72 yards.
Definitely productive, including scoring his 14th touchdown of the season last week. It's going to be fun to watch the matchup now because he has a nose for the end zone. So if you're a defender, what's your job? Keep him out.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Cowboys.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Pollard again. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I
on a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the 1st drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so a little late getting there. It's 3rd down.
Routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, you can really throw off a play. I think he let him roll too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Prescott yet again. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown, they got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
But you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
On play action, here's Ritter. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Donovan Wilson that time there on the tackle.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
1st down, here's Ritter. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. Robinson up the middle.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. In motion right is Watkins.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter.
And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully... down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Prescott from the gun. His throw incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route, because a lot of times they'll take a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle, because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need a big play here with Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
And now a fake there on the jet sweep as they'll give to Pollard.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Ritter.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Ritter throwing on 3rd down.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Now Ritter to throw on first down. This pass is caught by London.
And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
On first down, Ritter.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars that this ball was overthrown.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with a foul.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A second down throw for Prescott. It got his man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Now Prescott. He gets it to Cooks. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. From the red zone now, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks from 13 yards out.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. The extra point up and good by Aubrey.
And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Here's 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Ritter. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Going play action, Ritter.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And they'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Ritter on 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Up the middle they go with Mostert.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it. But don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Micah Parsons racking up sack number 12. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slip and try to get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick slip? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Kujis has hit the field goal. Now he kicks off.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession.
And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
I think this one went right very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Cowboys' 32-yard line.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holiday.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Ritter now on 2nd down. That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 30 yards.
He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Robinson will score. Touchdown Atlanta.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that's complete to Cooks. He'll be... of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced them to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll throw again. Prescott. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
And good yardage there on 1st down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And
this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. First down, Prescott.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
This throw left side is caught by Tolbert.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
He's got his target. That's complete. He's got the first down and more.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Lamb, 31 yards. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. Here in the 4th quarter, defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
The carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here's Ritter.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Let's do our thing.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. A handoff running left is Mostert. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will be taken at the 13. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Dak and the Cowboys down 17-14. Just over a minute 40 to play. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger.
Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now Dak. Into the hands of Cooks.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Here's Dak. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. Here comes second down at 5. Here's Prescott. Another one to C.D. Lamb. He's got it. And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as a tackle made at the 42. To throw, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left. And a field goal would send us to overtime. And this one is right down Broadway. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Kevontae Turpin now to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
Ritter now.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be certainly one that 4th down. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. Down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Here's Bradley Pena now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Fielded just inside the 30. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. But their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. But we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means if you want to run it inside, if you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Now what can Prescott do in the OT? And that will be incomplete. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. They had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be Falcon football.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Handoff now to Robinson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32.
But they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They haven't punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guy, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Here's Robinson.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
122 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Now the timeout comes here. And the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner.
Younghoe Koo. All eyes fixated on the kicker.
And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs.
Well, Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the Falcons, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14